right now, so.
Well, you're always doing something. I'm doing this. Givens.
Where do we come from? Our father's balls.
Kluge.
First thing I wake up, smell my balls.
Tyler.
Oh my God!
Carla.
The thing I miss most, hands on my tech.
Marvin.
What?
I have cramps.
Wells.
Asshole?
Yes.
I'm being an asshole? I'll show you an asshole. Watch this.
Hosted by TJ Miner.
Together that I haven't had a beer or sex in 3 days.
Mayhem Unleashed.
Which one of you assholes just stuck his finger in my asshole?
Started. Good Lord. It's been a week, man. It has been a week. So the first part of my day today was spent chasing around trying to find a replacement for my wellhead. Good luck with that shit.
You were given head.
Well, that from what you're saying.
That even messed up Kluge.
Dude, it was fucking hell, man. I'm telling you.
We're on the air.
I mean, we went completely. I was all over. I went to Peoria, for Christ's sake, trying to find a replacement.
Are you going to burn it like you usually do?
It has been a pain in the ass. But what do you do, right?
Right.
It's like, damn, come on.
I went all the way to Branson. I haven't found you one.
Oh, my God. I'm telling you, it's just been insane, you know. I almost drove down to Branson to see if I could find a replacement for this wellhead. What's going on, AP? But, I mean, it's just been insane trying to find all this shit. Chasing around trying to find a replacement. Now I'm hearing myself. What the fuck?
Probably April.
Bear with me as I'm trying to get this out the normal places I usually post it. I'm hearing myself. What the fuck? There's the damn echo again.
Relax. I had to add something. I took care of it.
Oh, okay. I was getting ready to blame Jay. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I think Marvin left because he's been dealing with a lot of his health stuff. And I don't blame him for that. You know, I said if you got to leave, you got to leave. I understand. I'm hoping that he's going to snap out soon and he'll be doing okay. You know, I miss Marv. He's had a lot of health issues going on, though. And I don't blame him. I mean, he may have to retire and hang it up.
Right.
But, yeah, I finally went and picked up the old wellhead for the old well. Dude, this thing is a mess. Like, it's got a piece of pipe rusted inside of it that needs to be removed.
Oh, jeez.
And then it needs to be
You're saying you were playing with pipe all day?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, well, hey.
Not mine.
No surprise.
I wish I was playing with mine, but I wasn't playing with... Well, I guess in a way it was my pipe that I was playing with, so...
Well, at least you weren't on the air.
At least you can admit it.
I mean, I think it was my pipe. Well, I own the pipe, so I guess it was my pipe that I was playing with.
How big's the pipe you were playing with?
14 inches.
Tyler would like to know how big the pipe is.
Yeah, I know, right? Of course, first thing Tyler's going to go, how big is your pipe?
April, how big is your pipe?
Bigger than yours. It's big enough to go in your butt.
It's modeled after the Great American Challenge.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, all right, so let's see. Sage is on vacation in Branson, Missouri.
I'll be in vacation in less than 2 weeks.
Where are you headed?
Dallas.
Oh shit!
Everything's bigger in Dallas, so they say.
Well, the web is.
I'm going to meet this girl named Debbie. Heard she does a lot of things. How many of our young audience won't even fucking catch that reference?
Yeah, a lot of them, I'm sure. But
What did they do in Dallas?
I think she does anything.
Right.
She did Dallas.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so you're heading down to Dallas. You're going to go down in
Dallas.
Dude, I'm kind of feeling sorry for you because you got to go drive the web.
I'm not driving.
You're going to make somebody else drive the web?
That's his wife's old stomping ground. She's driving.
Dude, you know what's funny, man, is anytime when we go to Texas, she'll drive the web, and she doesn't have a problem with it. Doesn't even flinch.
She closes her eyes and just knows.
Yeah, she hates driving in St. Louis, but yet I'll drive through St. Louis like no shit. It's easy. And we all know that it's like 10 times worse.
I don't mind driving the web if everything's moving. Now, here's the problem, though. You try to drive the web around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, give it up until 7.
But it is cool, though, because if he does get stuck, if like he gets a later run or something, he'll take a picture with his arm out the window, giving the finger to the web. Or if he gets stuck, he'll get out and just piss on the side of the road.
Yeah, I'm taking a picture of the puddle for you and send it to you. This is what I'm thinking, you motherfucker. Like, good God. Well, I cannot believe that. The web is a pain in the ass to drive at certain times. Now, you go through there at like midnight, see ya. And it's not so bad then, but you're going through early afternoon, give it up.
Like, I love the turnpike going through Oklahoma to get down there on just a simple, it's got to be at night, though.
Yeah.
Oklahoma is so flat and just straight and boring. You get tunnel vision. But at night, you can't see, so it's just good to go.
Just gun it and go. Now, what I do is I usually, I go down 44, I hit Joplin, and then I usually hit the turnpike, but I only go to Big Cabin. And then when I hit Big Cabin, I hit 69 and I head south.
69.
I knew somebody was going to have a comment. 60. But I take that. My new route when I'm heading down where I go in Texas is I get down to Sherman. Then I take 82 from Sherman over to Gainesville. And then I take 51 into Weatherford. And then I jog over to, I take 20 and I jog over to 281 and see ya. I avoid the web, I avoid Dallas, I avoid all of it, all the way around. I don't even see Fort Worth. And it's just gun and gone. See ya. Ooh, Black Rival coffee.
They gave me 3 boxes.
That's that wake you up type of shit right there.
Turn you into a goddamn sexual tyrannosaur.
Right?
All right, Jesse.
But, I mean, I'm telling you, it's just, that's the easiest way I found to go where I'm going. So you're going to be down there Labor Day weekend.
Yep.
I'm leaving the weekend after to go down to the Austin area. So everybody remember, all shows for that week and a half, that full week after September 11th, and then the half a week after that, the next show
is hosted by me.
Like shit.
Why not?
Good Lord, really?
Give him a chance.
The next show will be Friday the 23rd.
I think TJ trusts a wet fart more than he does Tyler to run the show.
I trust a lot of things over trusting different people to run the show. I've done that experiment. That did not work out well. I would be more willing to hand the logins over to Sage and have Sage shenanigans while I'm gone.
All right, let's do it.
We fucked.
Now that's a sexual tyrannosaur.
I mean, some sage shenanigans going on while I'm gone. That could be funny. Man, all right. So you're in Branson.
Yeah.
So have you been over to the Uranus Fudge Factory yet?
We passed it and we made a lot of fucking jokes.
Yeah. Every time you go by, you have to take pictures and make jokes.
You got to make jokes of that one.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, the owners of that are freaking geniuses, dude.
Yeah,
right now, freaking geniuses.
They
you
are.
make a fudge shop in a place called Uranus.
Yeah, it's an actual town, which is pretty fucking hilarious.
Brilliant.
But that's where we stop for like gas and piss breaks. So, like the fudge shop.
You're driving down there. Their biggest gas station in Uranus is the Come and Go.
Yeah.
And then you've got the Uranus Fudge Factory. It's like
you have to stop just
and like there's a big ass billboard that says there's plenty of fun in
Uranus. Yeah, there is. And people still to this day, I tell them about it, they don't believe me. I'm like, no, this really exists.
Yes, it is. And they had this goofy looking dude up on the billboard the whole fucking time, cartoon character. So yeah, it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
I mean,
but you go there and everybody's all like, it's pronounced Uranus.
No,
the planet might be called
just
Uranus.
like anyone not from Illinois says Illinois.
Yeah, fuck them.
Very true. Fuck that.
It's like living in Chicago. Just because I live in Illinois doesn't mean I live in fucking Chicago. Fuck Chicago.
I'll tell you what, though, the coolest thing that we found down here so far, is they have this old shopping center. Mikey, what that shopping center used to be called? The Tanger Outlets. You ever seen
Oh, yeah, I've seen the Tanger Outlets, yeah.
Okay, where the old Tanger Outlets used to be is totally turned around now and redesigned, and it's youth baseball league.
Yeah.
And they've got 4 turf fields now. They've got all of it's completely designed to where they have these youth athletic groups that come in there and play, and they stay there. They've got the shops all turned into their dugouts and dorms to where they can stay there, the player conference areas, and these fields look amazing, dude. They have St. Louis, Chicago fields. Well, they got their own St. Louis field, their own Chicago field, Kansas City field. What other field was there? There was 2 other fields and potential for a 5th field and a hotel going in.
No shit.
Parking. And these fields are all turf. The St. Louis ones got the Cardinals colors with a big old arch on it. These places look amazing, dude.
Please tell me that the Chicago one was Cubs.
They're going to try to compete with Williamsport?
They're going to try and compete with what?
Williamsport, Little League World Series. You seen how their fields are? I guess legit.
These are at that level, yes.
Oh, man, awesome.
And these things look amazing. We went in there and just walked around with nobody else there because they're out of season right now. They just finished their season last week or the week before or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Well,
and
if you look around anymore in the sport, the league has kind of died with the exception of your travel leagues anymore.
This is all for travel leagues.
So that would make a lot of sense then. Just had your big areas where everyone travels to play. Because Springfield used to have Del Tubner, Cy Young, and Fairview.
Right.
And all 3 of those are gone, so you don't have no competition unless you did a travel to a big park like they got up in Peoria and Bloomington.
Right.
Well, Mikey got some good pictures. I'll have to show you whenever I get them from him. But dude, these are awesome fields. I couldn't imagine. Because we were like, let's go check out and see if they've done anything with this old mall. Because they moved Tanger Mall, and it's got a whole new complex, and it's actually full. I mean, Tanger Outlet Mall is now completely redone and different location. So when we checked out the old red roofs, and oh my God, it is amazing. So that was the coolest thing we've seen so far down here.
That is awesome.
Something. All these strip malls and outlet malls are dying unless you're staying, evolving.
Right.
And they evolved. They moved, and then this one dude, they said each field, just the turf for the field was like $1.3 million.
Holy shit!
They got
and
strip club malls?
They've got 4 fields already done.
Damn.
With the potential of doing another one.
TJ, when was the last time you were over by Tuscola? Have you had any runs over that way?
I haven't lately, so it's been a while.
Because I remember, younger, teenager, and even in my early 20s, Tuscola was the place to go. It had the big-ass food court in the middle. You had all your outlets that were right around there, and it used to just be packed.
Right.
And the last couple times that my wife took the kids over there for back-to-school shopping, but that was even a few years ago, she said it was almost like a ghost town.
Damn. That's insane, man.
And that's a damn shame because they had great I loved going there.
That's insane. But yeah, I'll tell you, it's been if you watch and you look, there's been a lot of changes over the years.
Yeah.
Just a lot.
Yeah, COVID didn't help anything.
No,
and
COVID shut a lot of them down.
Here. A lot has changed down here, but we're seeing bounce back a lot since the last time I was here. And that was like 4 years ago for me.
Right.
5 years ago, something like that.
It's Missouri. They know how to do things.
Well, and they don't hold it up
well
with everything that we've got to deal with back here,
Yeah, well, they're doing something right down here. Because we're seeing a lot of change, and like different businesses have moved to different locations, and they're doing well.
Yeah.
Instead, we got a governor here that still wants to shut things down and wants to worry about other crap, but yet Chicago's fine.
Yeah.
He wants to take away guns, limit things, but yet, how many murders happen in Chicago every damn day?
Oh, yeah.
I lost count.
Gunplay up there.
Well, they've also got Beetlejuice for a mayor, so.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong, no.
I think she takes her cues from Tyler's favorite politician.
Probably.
Now, hang on a sec. I got to disagree with Sage on that one. Sage, that's a bit insulting to Beetlejuice. Now, come on.
Right.
My friend Mike just said,
God's sakes, Beetlejuice wouldn't look that bad.
My friend Mike just said there was a 371% increase in auto theft in Chicago alone.
I believe it.
In Cook County.
Speaking of things that are shutting down around here and around the state of Illinois, I don't know if you guys have heard or not, but NRG finally came out and talked about what are the remaining coal power plants they're going to shut down. Guess which ones are getting shut down?
Powerton.
No.
Wow.
Powerton is remaining open. Waukegan and Edwards Station. Now, here's the thing about Edwards Station. Edwards Station has one plant that runs for Ameren. The other plant that they have running powers Keystone Steel and Wire only. That's all it does. They're shutting down Edwards, which the new owner of Keystone Steel and Wire has said, if they shut down Edwards Station and he's no longer got power for Keystone, he is shutting down Keystone Steel and Wire.
Oh, good job.
The Peoria area, based on all of that, is about to lose in December. They're going to lose roughly 15,000 jobs.
So that plant in Bartonville is going to be closing down if they don't keep power going.
Correct.
Jeez.
Thanks, Joe Biden, you fucking idiot.
Now, this is what this whole Green New Deal, like where Will Height's at too. I'm not against green energy. I think it's great, but I think we're pushing too early for it, and we're not ready.
Well, shit, Dodge they announced they're going to stop making V8s altogether. They're done after this next generation.
You know
they
what
currently
I still
have
don't
no
understand is like all these cars that they're making with the big batteries and shit.
Yeah.
You're still using fucking electricity to charge your cars, you idiots.
Yep.
And
where do you think that electricity comes from? And what are you
4
going to
to 5 sources.
What do you think? What are you going to do with your batteries whenever they're no longer good? You can't bury them again. You can't destroy them. They're lithium. And what happens whenever every fucking battery starts exploding? You can't put that shit out.
Right.
Those fires, they have to burn themselves out, and that takes time because you can't put it out.
So you got lithium ion, and you've also got nickel cadmium.
Yeah.
Both of those are highly toxic.
Highly
toxic.
Where
are those batteries
and you
made?
can't put them out. Where are those
Not in
batteries?
the U.S.
China.
It takes gas and diesel.
Even though we have lithium
mine that
plants
stuff.
and lithium
Lithium deposits
here in the U.S., but still, the lithium mining and shit like that. It's still, you can find areas around here where they digging it up. It's still,
do you know what happens? Do you know what happens to a lithium battery if you don't use it?
It explodes, or
it goes to sleep.
Yeah, it goes to sleep. You can't.
And then you have to pay a shitload of money to send it back to the factory to get them to wake it up again so you can use it.
Well, there's a way you can wake them up again. I saw a video or some shit.
Yeah.
They're like, you have to do this, and this, and shake it, don't bake it, and don't put crust on it.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Are we talking about lithium batteries or are we talking about meth?
Don't you beat on it with a wrench?
Well, I mean, it's shake and bake, and I help.
I mean, it sounds a lot the same.
I got no problem with electric cars and stuff, but the problem is, what about all these people that live in apartment buildings? What's going to have electric for them to charge in parking lots away from
no shit? Where am I going to put a big ass
Not only that, but there's a lot of gas stations that have those charging stations, and they're starting to cover up the charging stations because
they ain't getting
aren't paying their bills.
Yeah.
On the charging station.
I seen that on TikTok. There's this one guy at this gas station, wherever it is. He's covering them up because Tesla isn't paying the rent for them.
Yeah, Tesla's not paying the rent on them, and that's Elon Musk.
Elon, yeah.
So I mean, let's go with something that Becky's bringing up, because I mean, me and Will Height, Becky, we're all truck drivers, and well, you know, I run the big rigs, and they run the smaller ones, but still.
Well, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, I run a small truck too.
Yours don't count.
Can I say something real quick before you get into this?
Sure.
No.
All right. Largest lithium mine in America is in Nevada. That's the largest deposit.
It's also the largest deposit of hookers.
That too. Now, they asked Biden, does he want to start digging for lithium ion in Nevada? And he said no, he doesn't want to dig for it. He's got a surplus coming in for all these cars. We're not getting any of our lithium for these cars or your cell phones or anything like that from the US. So anybody wants to argue differently, guess what? They're coming from fucking China.
Yeah,
and
Afghanistan.
Yeah, and here's another thing too. Afghanistan was supplying us a larger chunk than what China gave us. What happened last year? We're gone. So fuck us for trying to go green. They have humongous deposits of lithium in Afghanistan. And Joe Biden just said, fuck it, we're pulling out.
No. Pay attention to the politics, bud. Just because that god-awful withdrawal that killed 19 of my fellow Marines, motherfucker, and that asshole with his, look, I agree we needed to get out. We didn't need to be there, for another 20 years. But you do it right. You learn from history, and you realize that a quick withdrawal, and you had Vietnam all over again. Oh, it's not going to be Vietnam. Could have fucking fooled me. Sure the hell was. But here's the deal. He's talking and in the process of reworking the Iranian deal. And guess what? That's going to fund terrorism when we send billions over there, just like with the Obama administration. Now, here's the kicker. You think that lithium is going to sit there in Afghanistan and we ain't going to get it? No, he's going to work a deal, and guess what it's going to fund? It's going to fund the Taliban, and that's going to rebuild the Taliban, which funds Al-Qaeda. I don't care what they say. The Taliban works with Al-Qaeda.
Uh-huh.
And we
Who
all
was
know
fighting with the
China, Biden. You can sit there and you can try to lie and say this. I think the reason why you're so soft on China, but you act like you're tough, is because China knows all your little dirty secrets because they've been in bed with you for quite a while. And hey, if you don't work with us, I'll just go that route.
Yeah, I mean, it's a mess all the way around. I mean, it really is. But going back to all right. Everything these days moves by truck. One way or another, it moves by truck. What is the primary thing? Now, they've been trying to develop a diesel truck. Or they've been trying to develop an electric truck.
You good?
Good luck with that.
Freightliner has been working on it. Guess what? The thing goes 300 miles. It needs to be charged. How long does it take to charge it? 9 hours.
Yeah, 8 to 9 hours.
A run that I could make in a day and a half legally with a diesel truck would take me 4 to run in an electric truck.
You want to know a secret? FedEx is getting electric trucks.
Just in time for their strike they're about to get come Black Friday.
I'll say USPS might be getting them too.
Did you see the new article that I posted from Bloomberg?
No, I haven't yet.
You get a chance, you got to read it.
Oh my God!
Guys, I hate to cut this short, but I gotta go. We're gonna go get our grub on.
All right, man. Have a good time.
Later.
Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Oh,
don't do anybody. Don't do anybody I wouldn't do.
He don't do anybody, so you're good.
Nah, that's true.
Fuck.
Speaking of doing things, me and the wife were out shopping today, and we found Tyler's next girlfriend.
Oh shit! Oh shit! He got his own chicken.
Damn, it's a big cock.
That is a big cock.
I wonder if there's a big black one.
I'm not
there
cheating
is
on you.
Oh wow, there's a big black.
I mean, that's
cock.
a big cock, but I'm not going to do anything with it. No, nothing like that.
And the
Big
mouth,
black one.
I'm assuming, is possibly the right size for Tyler to do whatever he wanted to with it.
No.
Wow, big black one.
No, I'm not doing that.
I think he's also salivating.
You're the only cock for me.
No.
I'm not having sexual relations with another cock. You shut your whore mouth.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
All right, take it easy, Sage.
Hey guys, have a good one.
Speaking of chicken, I had some boobs for lunch.
Oh, did you?
Chicken boob.
Yeah. So you might be one chicken less, Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler don't need that many. But no, like I said, you look at what these diesel trucks do. I'm sorry. You can come out with hydrogen. You can come out with all sorts of shit. The diesel engine is still the way to go when you're trying to move country, coast to coast.
Exactly.
Now, they've cut truck drivers off at the knees as far as being able to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks, but the diesel is still the way to move it. I'm sorry. And
Now,
go
ahead, I'm sorry.
Until you can figure out how to make that truck run the same as the way the diesel runs and pull the same payload that the diesel will pull, you're beating a dead horse. That's pretty much my opinion, though. And like I said, now Joliet, NRG went and converted Joliet Power Station to a natural gas facility. that is no longer coal-fired. It is natural gas. Guess what's not running? Joliet Power Station. Why is it not running? They can't afford the fucking gas to feed the bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Because natural gas went through the roof. We got a whole fucked up mess in this country. I'm sorry.
So Germany has been going to natural gas, solar, and has really been flipping green. They are hurting so bad that they are refiring those coal plants.
Yeah.
Come on, people. Wake the fuck up.
Look,
My big question is, go ahead.
What have they already shut down? Duck Creek, Hennepin.
Yep.
Waukegan is getting shut down. Edward Station is getting shut down. Havana has been shut down. Coffeen is getting shut down. If it's not already shut down.
Coffeen was already shut down, but they're talking about refiring. Coffeen's been shut down for like 2 years, I thought.
You might be right, but Coffeen's a baby plant.
What about the one in Clinton?
But see, it feeds all them small towns that are close to them bigger cities,
right?
Like which is a hub for all them to have something to work. But all those small towns are dying; they're hurting, so they're talking about refiring it just to help them out.
Clinton, I think, is down, isn't it?
I think Clinton Power Station is down, and that's nuclear.
I thought Clinton was still running. They've been trying to shut it down forever because of it being nuclear. But, dude, here's the thing. Yes,
Clinton is down because they said it was under par.
It's got a leak.
Nuclear plants, if they melt down, yeah, it's disastrous. But, dude, you want to talk about clean energy? Like fucking no emissions, dude? Come on. And the amount of power they produce.
It's quite a bit.
Our nuclear subs can go forever.
The carriers are nuclear.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, dude.
Yeah, that's another thing that don't make sense. Why are they keeping nuclear subs and battleships, but yet they're getting rid of the nuclear power plants?
Well, there's a lot of plants around the country that are supposedly below score, which means they have problems like the rods need changed out or there is a leak or something like that. But that kind of shit can easy fix. What I don't understand is, okay, you have a nuclear reactor that's below code, you're shutting it down until it's fixed. All right, when are you going to fix it? We don't know. What the fuck do you mean you don't know?
420, look at it this way. What happens if we keep going at this pace and the world shits the bed? And we're, if, God forbid, hopefully it never happens, but if World War III took place and you have nuclear carriers and subs, you don't have to stop or you don't have to resupply. You're golden. The longer you can stay in the fight, the better off you are. And you'll see what I mean come this winter, and watching the Russians trying to reestablish their lines that are with Ukraine going back on the offense,
right,
and disturbing their lines is to starve them out for this winter. So if your supply lines stay good because you're nuclear sub and carrier, guess what? You're still in it.
Yeah, you can still stay out and keep going.
That makes sense.
They're talking about rebuilding the Enterprise as a nuclear aircraft carrier, and that's been decommissioned for a while.
Yeah, she's going back through refit.
So,
yeah.
Well, it's a full new design for the next Enterprise, and it's off of. She's in the process of being built. I forget what it's off of, though. I think it's the Carl Vincent.
Yeah, it's the Carl Vincent.
Someone sent me a photo earlier.
Uh-oh.
It's the house of the Obamas, Al Gore. Oh, man, who's the others? Oh, man, I'm brain farting now. There was two others who are real big on green energy and the earth and helping out.
John Kerry.
Kerry was the other, and there was another one. And it said, as much as they're into the earth and telling everyone to get solar and green energy and do this, where are their solar panels? And you see all their land in their house, and there ain't one.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's bullshit.
And what was it that Obama said when he got in 10 years, and Al Gore, our coastline, all that land near the coastline would be underwater. And where do they all have their homes?
On the coast.
Water fucking front prop. Dude.
Look, I want to see it happen because I'd love to buy oceanfront property in Arizona. I mean, I really would. Swallow up California.
So what do you think about the disaster going on with the Colorado River?
Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
I can't give you an opinion because I haven't read up enough on it yet.
So, okay, well, you know how Lake Mead is just constantly dropping. It's down, what, like 28, 30 feet, something like that?
Yeah.
And they have now found like their 6th body this year, you know, because the water's receded where these bodies were been sitting. The latest one they think was shot and killed by a gun, and they believe that it might have been 20 years ago.
Okay.
I think it was like
Colorado River feeds into a bigger lake north, and then it comes through and it feeds Lake Mead, which, you know, was man-made with the dam.
Right.
That's how they generate their power, and that's also the water supply for 5 states.
Yeah.
That are Las Vegas and, of course, California. So with that water supply coming out of there and it's dropped that much, it's not getting replenished and it's not getting enough from the Colorado River to refill, and they don't think it'll ever be refilled again. So my thing is, wasn't it like 30, 40 years ago that they were talking about the scrubbers and the way to reprocess ocean water? Because
yeah, it was about that time.
TJ, when we went in and we had our training, they
Yeah.
gave us these nice little bags if you were ever on a ship and went over, and it distills the water basically through
Right.
evaporation. You put seawater in there. It's got this clear canopy to let the sun in. It heats up the water to evaporate, gets on the side, and it drains down, and you have fresh water. So they were talking about doing that for years to alleviate the pressure of the West Coast when they get their droughts. 40 fucking years, and you guys haven't even created a small sample size prototype? I mean, why do we wait to the last minute when we knew about this then?
Right.
Because the
You
fact
know,
it got
I mean,
political,
hey,
probably. That's why.
Take a look at Lake Travis outside of Austin. It's dropped a lot.
Is that the one they're saying like in 10 years it'll be completely gone?
Could be.
I gotta look that up now.
Lake Travis is the main water supply for the city of Austin, Texas. There we go. Lake Travis Reservoir in Texas. And it is a reservoir on, big shock, Colorado River.
Aren't they having droughts in Europe too? Because I saw somewhere a lake has dried up so badly you can see actually ancient Norse and Viking text on one of these cliff faces.
It might be. I haven't been able to keep up with a lot of stuff because I've been working on this house. Major tributary to the Colorado River feeding into this is also the Pedernales River. But Pedernales isn't that deep right now. Then it feeds into southern Burnett County and feeds in southwest of Marble Falls. It is a water supply, flood control, and the lake is also used for power generation and recreation. Now, I've looked at Lake Travis recently. That's actually funny, Carla. Good for him. Now he needs to teach a younger one how to give you a wet willy.
I can give her a wet willy.
No.
At least he said it before me.
Oh, wrong kind. Okay, gotcha.
Jesus. But I mean, that's some of the shit that we're seeing. And we, like Will Hite said, we knew about this 30, 40 years ago. Anybody doing anything about it? No. You know, I just want the big earthquake that separates LA from the rest of the country. And then we just turn it into a big prison. That'd be great.
You gonna rock the eye patch?
Fuck no, because I'm not going in there. I'd rock the eye patch for New York. That was a better movie.
Rock the eye patch. Rock the
You know
eye
what?
patch.
Nowadays, with everything going on and the politics and all that changing, I'd love to see them redo that one.
What, Escape from New York?
New York or LA, you know, you could just blend off it and just pick one or the other.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see a remake with everything going on now.
How about one Escape from Illinois?
That's a reality.
We're living that. Look at what's going on. I mean,
lost 14,000 residents last year to this year, fiscal year.
Look, we got Caterpillar getting ready to move out of Illinois. There's only one thing they've said they cannot move out of Illinois, and that is the foundry. Because the silica sand in Illinois is such a high quality, and it's the only thing that works with the foundry.
Well, they'll probably find a way to drive it down there for really cheap.
They can't do it without going break even at a minimum. So that's why they're still hiring for the foundry, but everything else is on the way out.
What was the other big one that left? That left or is leaving?
I've heard rumors Komatsu's talking about it. I've heard rumors about State Farm talking about it.
No. It's not. It's another major one. And I know John Deere was one.
Boeing.
Oh no. There you go. Boeing and Caterpillar.
Yeah. Is a cat pulling out of this area? Oh God, we're done.
Yeah. Do you guys remember how much Decatur suffered? Like Decatur's crap. No offense, anyone that's from there.
Right.
When I would used to sit there and think between Springfield and Decatur, I used to always think, well, at least Springfield's better. Decatur still had a decency. When I was working for Steamer, this is how I knew because I was still going over there. But once Firestone, when they had that recall and all hell,
back in the 90s,
and they had to shut down that plant. I remember so many people worried, and Decatur took a hit. Caterpillar is still there to kind of save it, and ADM is their like golden boy. So ADM can do whatever they want, basically.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Firestone was the another big one, and that one hurt a lot.
That stung them hard.
I still think they're suffering from that. So if Caterpillar's headquarters is leaving out of Deerfield, I think.
Right.
But could you imagine if Caterpillar, or God forbid, if ADM pulled out of Decatur? Jeez.
Well, Caterpillar's looking at pulling the Decatur site.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, the only thing they're looking at having in Illinois is the foundry because it's the silica sand.
By the way,
Illinois.
Speaking of Caterpillar, one of my friends worked there. I can't remember which place in Peoria, but he's talking about at the end of this year, beginning of next year, they're going to be striking.
Ooh.
Oh, really? Here we go again.
Oh, great. That's going to help.
Well, and didn't the Peoria one have that accident not too long ago where the guy tripped and fell into the molten steel?
I think it
that
was,
out of
wasn't
the
it?
foundry.
Yeah, I think so.
That was in Mapleton out at the foundry.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is what we're looking at in Illinois. And when you look at Illinois, now, okay, set aside the politics and the bullshit that we deal with in Illinois and just look at the state as a whole. Is it really that bad of a place?
Not really.
It could be better, but
like I said, take away the politics. Take away the politics, take away how everything floats, take all of it away, and just look at Illinois.
Like I said, it could be better, but you have to put a little bit of money into what could be better to make it work. And then, yeah, Illinois would be pretty good because currently our biggest tourist attractions, Chicago and the Springfield area around with Lincoln, New Salem and whatnot.
Right.
There's other stuff here that could be a tourist attraction.
Well, there's
But like I
Metropolis,
said-
there's Arcola.
Arcola exactly. You'd have to put a little bit of money into it. But if you were to put some money into most of the state, Illinois would be damn good.
Yeah.
Now, that's without the politics.
You take away the politics and the money problems that we got in Illinois, and if you just looked at it from that angle, the state itself is not a bad place. Okay, winters can get a little bitter. Summers can get a little ball sweaty, but it's not horrible.
No.
The problem I have with Illinois is Illinois tries to run the entire state like Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And it's proven that it just doesn't fucking work.
No.
But they still do it anyways. They just beat a dead horse.
Their excuse is, well, it's the money generated in Chicago that helps the rest of the state.
Dude, I love that argument. You know why? Because they know with the amount of money that Chicago burns, that if they took like they did DC, and Chicago became its own little thing, and Illinois was the rest of it, that Chicago would fail even worse, because for them to sit there and say the money that comes out of Chicago keeps the rest of the state going, okay, then how come we go into a deficit every fucking year, millions upon millions of fucking dollars?
Oh, I agree.
Right.
I'm just saying what other people
Chicago burns and eats up. It takes in a lot of money, but it burns more than it makes. So they need the rest of Illinois to fund it. So I love that argument. Okay, hey, yeah, it brings in a lot of money. Show the deficit and the difference, and you'll see that the rest of Illinois is helping, and it still goes into debt.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I'm just saying what other people are saying, so.
Yeah, I love that argument. I will destroy it every time.
My biggest thing is that Chicago, like you said, Chicago burns a lot of money. Then they claim, it's a lot of the money Chicago gets feeds into Illinois. Okay, are we getting just the crumbs of that money because the roads are still fucked up? The plumbing in a lot of areas, the infrastructure itself of Illinois is fucked up. But if you go up to Chicago, it's like pristine almost, especially in the business district. So if your whole process is Chicago feeds Illinois, why don't you move some of that shit out of Chicago and down lower state, so that way the rest of the state is now independent on funds and not just dependent on Chicago? Problem is, they won't do that because Chicago's the fucking castle.
Well, look, the Chicago machine runs Illinois. We all know that. And that's not going to change until something drastic in the state changes. That's why when Governor Rauner was talking about doing redistricting and redoing the lines, I was so behind that because I saw a proposal for it. And it was a great idea.
And what happened?
And Chicago was not going to be the tail that wagged the dog anymore.
And what happened?
He brought Madigan.
You know the kind of the filibuster that Republicans are holding in the Senate to kind of hold some things up?
Yeah.
Well, we had a Republican governor, but the majority of the state house is Democrat. So redrawing those lines, which would have been a good thing then, they stopped that shit cold.
Quickly.
Illinois has profitable to the tune of $445 million in tax dollars in the last year, a 50% increase in 1 year.
And that's been all marijuana sales. Steve's right.
And Steve is correct on that.
And where's the money going? It's not going anywhere downstate.
You ask any liberal, they're like, "Oh yeah, our schools are updated. Look at the textbooks. Guarantee those textbooks are still from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and then that's where they drop."
Here's the problem with that. Our tax dollars, it increases. The greatest thing that happened. Now, this is the thing. I got behind Blagojevich, or not Blagojevich.
Pritzker.
Ryan.
I got behind JB almost instantly when he got in office because there was two things that he did. He made gambling legal with video poker, and he legalized marijuana. And I thought, holy shit, finally somebody that realizes that you can increase your revenue on your taxes without killing everybody, because this is something that you're not just going to everyone and be like, hey, you're all going to pay more taxes. Hey, we're going to provide this service if you want it or not. It's completely up to you. But the tax money that we make off it is going to go. Now, if he would have took that and just used that extra income, a shit ton of extra income, and throw it towards the deficit, holy shit, I thought, damn it, here we go. We're finally going to get it right. Finally. And then he was like, oh, we're making all this extra money so we can spend this much more money. You fuck.
Yep.
They want that idea. And then it was, oh, well, now, because it was 5 machines, now some places can have up to 6. And then he added more taxes onto the weed. And all of a sudden, it's like, here comes more money. And we're going to, dude, a balanced budget still doesn't have you not paying down your debt.
Right.
And now they sit there and say, man, people are still illegally selling marijuana. Well, I wonder why. Because if I can go out onto the street or a dealer, and weed's now legal in Illinois, except you can't sell it illegally. But if an ounce costs me $100 from my street pharmacist, but yet inside the cannabis distiller, and all that, the dispensaries, an ounce of weed's going to cost me $300. Where the fuck do you think I'm going to go?
Going to go to the street. I mean, okay,
I gave JB a shot. I did. I
yeah. I know you did.
He came in and did that. I was happy.
Okay, let's go with it like this. All right, well, I'm going to use everybody on the show. Okay? Kluge, income to debt ratio, where are you at?
I have no clue.
420. Debt to income.
Based on what I get, and I get it once a month, I may have $50 left to my name for the whole month after all my bills are paid off.
Tyler, debt to income.
$962.
Left over.
No. Okay, left over, $150.
Every month.
Every month, every paycheck. That means
so $300 a month.
$300 a month. So let's say, for example, because rent's $400, storage unit $60, car payment's $180, dental is $100 a month, and then Ameren, thank God for Jason Wilhite, is about $100, and everything else, I'm down $150 every paycheck.
You said $400 a month?
Rent here's $400 a month for this tiny ass apartment. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be moving to Jacksonville. See you later.
Ah, fuck it out of here! I'm moving with Wilhite.
Your rent is still that low?
Yeah, but it goes up every year. Like when I first moved out here, it was $324. When I got a 2-bedroom for Sue to move in, it was $350. It has gone up $50 in the past few years.
Dude, honestly, that ain't bad, dude.
No, it's not.
I'm paying for something half the size, and
it's not. But you could.
I'm paying another $125 more than you, Tyler.
Dude, in all honesty, out of character, you're getting jacked on your price for your rent because that apartment is tiny.
I know.
But that's average in Illinois right now.
Yeah, but this is also HUD. It's federal.
Well, debt to income. Well, debt to income. Where are you at?
I don't know if I really want to.
Just give a percentage, rough percentage.
He's not in debt.
Oh no! It's not debt. It's north of 1,000 profit each month.
Okay, my rough debt to income, after all bills paid, food, everything done, taken care of, is I'm roughly at 45% every month that I've got left over. Okay?
Oh, my house payment's $1,004 a month.
I love my house payment.
I love mine. You've seen my house.
I love your house, but I love my house payment.
Yeah,
But I mean, okay, now you
put
go
a ballpark on it. I think it's like $1,020 profit a month.
okay.
But I stick that into IRAs and Roth. So
right.
when I got family, it's like, oh man, you're fucking no, I'm not. Now the goal is to be loaded when I can retire, so I don't have
Right. So we can go golf the rail and go, yeah, fuck your divot.
There's a reason that I am blowing out my back and my knees and all that. There's an end game, and I don't want to work until I'm fucking 60. I want to be retired in like less than 10 years.
All right, now let's rewind again. Kluge, are you paying down your debt?
Yeah.
420, you paying down your debt?
Yeah, barely, but
Tyler, you paying down your debt?
Yes.
Well, Height, you paying down your debt?
What debt?
And
Told
that's
you he
kind of
was
where
rich.
I'm at.
I told you he was rich.
Kind of where I'm at, like the what debt. I got a couple of little ones that are still out there, but that's it.
I got my I got my house payment, but I don't do credit cards. I don't do my cars are paid off. I don't like having that burden. And don't get me wrong, I've been there. Dude, liver, onions, all that shit. Seriously, that was me. You can ask TJ when he first met me. I was probably one of the brokest motherfuckers that he ever met. But I literally would go dig I didn't give a shit because I was going to take care of my girls. My
sliced up liver and ramen noodles with hot sauce.
Yeah, my girls
was good shit. But that's my point. Is every one of us on here has to balance a budget. Mine being a little less strenuous compared to some others that are a lot more strenuous, but we all have to balance a budget. And at the end of the day, we got money left over, but we've got it because we bust our asses for it.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Why does Illinois get away, the state government and the state house get to get away with not doing what the fuck I got to do for my own house?
Well, here's a question for everyone. Would you take a credit card to pay off, to make a payment on another credit card?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
I know somebody who does.
Now, unless you're taking a big loan to consolidate your debt for a lower interest rate, other than that, if you constantly use a credit card to pay off all your bills but don't pay off that credit card, all you're doing is you're making it worse. And Illinois does it every fucking year.
Would you use a credit card to pay off, say, a power bill or water bill?
If you
I would, but I'd pay the credit card off at the end of the month.
That's it.
Okay.
If you have all your bills going onto that credit card, but at the end of the month you're writing one check to pay off that credit card, you're good. But if you constantly, if that one maxes out and you open up another credit card to consolidate that's got a bigger limit, but you don't pay it, guess what? It just keeps growing.
I mean, I know somebody who uses a credit card to make different payments, but nobody ever said that the dog lady had brains. I see you crack up because you know I'm right.
When is Illinois' budget up for readjustment again?
About the time you get rid of all your chickens.
Well, they just passed their fiscal year.
I'm not giving rid of my goddamn chickens. Come here. You're mine.
Now, here's the funny thing. When I get the Illinois building and I send them the check to cover the rental agreement, so the Illinois building where we have it, it's $975 for that one day. They will cash that check quick as shit.
And here's the question. Where's that money going?
And damn sure ain't doing the upkeep. You see how many broken windows are in that fucking thing?
Oh, I know, right? Now, here's another one. We try to broadcast from that building every year, and we got to do it off of a hotspot. Now, I know of a group that went to try to broadcast at the fairgrounds yesterday, and I heard it was along the lines of Charlie Fox.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
Pretty much. There's no internet reception at the fairgrounds, people.
Close to the main gate, there is.
Barely.
Yeah. When you can piggyback off a Main Gate Bar and Grill.
Well, I get it with my phone with Verizon. It's just if I go past the Orr building, I got nothing.
That's it. You're dead. I could get cell phone reception in there where I can make a phone call anywhere on the fairgrounds. But I do not have any internet connection.
It's because they got their Wi-Fi through all their buildings, and it just blocks it, eats it up. And
I mean,
they will charge you. Like, we could actually get that. Where'd I put it? Keep talking.
Yeah, I mean, we could get a hotspot and put in there of our own. But I'm telling, why am I going to pay for a hotspot when I'm only going to use it, son of a bitch, once a year?
This is part of that contract,
right?
And these
are their logins.
These are all the charges.
Holy shit!
Different things that you can do. And if you want Wi-Fi, all right. So you see all those charges,
right?
Barriers and
I'm gonna zoom in on you.
Barricades and things like that you can
right,
get.
right.
Now, let's say you want to hang a sign.
Jesus.
Wait a minute, they're going to charge you to hang a sign? How much are they charging? I can't barely read it.
All right, let me get in here where I can read it. Lean in here. There's a monthly rate, overtime rate. Good God.
Why is there an overtime rate?
That's an hourly rate.
Oh, that's hourly. Carpenter, electrician, laborer, operator, painter, member, truck maintainer. What the fuck, man?
Why do you need a truck maintainer?
You see the operator and painter?
Yeah.
That's the ones that come out and hang your signs if you want them with the 2-hour minimum.
So you can't hang your own sign?
No.
So technically speaking, if I hang signs, they will charge me a 2-hour minimum for them to come out, jack their hoist up, and hang the sign.
So that's bullshit. So if you want to put up a sign to advertise Wrestling for a Cure today,
then they charge you again to take it down.
I set up a PVC piping, or I set up my own little makeshift wall, or Kluge does his magic with the entranceway. That's not hanging on their property. So I love Kluge, and I will fight to defend Kluge every fucking day, because the way I figured it, he's already saved me over $1,000 in that building in the seasons we do.
What do you mean you like Kluge too? What do you mean he's bigger than me? Shut up!
All right, so we've established that things are pretty well fucked. Should we get on to something a little funny? Try to have a little fun tonight.
Yeah, I shit in my pants.
Because I have a news story.
I bet you do.
I do.
Is it more about vagina Red Wings?
No.
Damn, I am kind of hungry.
But this might satisfy you, Tyler, because it does have to deal with ingesting something.
Oh, God.
Oh, Lord.
There's a man by the name of Vladimir Pachenko, 95 years old, living in Russia.
Why does that name sound familiar? The last name.
Pachenko?
Oh! Okay, no, all right. I see where you're going, TJ. The fucking it's like Napoleon. There's a movement that he does in a battle movement.
No, it's not the Pemchenko.
No. The one with the tanks.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about now. All right, so Vladimir decided he didn't, poor Vlad, he didn't want to get old right away. He's 95. He's just an average guy, and he didn't want to get old, so he came up with an idea on how to prevent himself from getting old.
Project Prison.
He's got an idea to prevent himself from getting old.
Okay.
Every day, to help combat the signs of aging and to prevent him from getting old, Pachenko drinks a cup of his own semen.
I was really hoping you were going to go with like blood or like bathe in milk or something, but no.
Well, come on, you know me better than that. I read this, I'm like, oh my God, this is perfect.
Holy shit.
So, when he was asked how it all began, he says, I got to thinking how my cum must be full of vitamins and minerals. Women go crazy for the stuff in the movies I watch. I just had to try it. And he said he started it when he was 75 years old. Oh, no, he started it 75 years ago.
So he recycles.
Doctors have told Vlad that they are not sure about the long-term consequences of ingesting his own semen, but they also admit it probably wouldn't cause any harm as people have been devouring another person's ejaculate for years. That it's more of a question of morality. He did say there is a downfall.
What's the downfall?
The downfall is he's got to constantly masturbate to make sure his supply is up.
I'm done. I'm fucking done. I can't. No, I'm done. I'm fucking done.
And he says that could take a toll on one's body, but rest assured, he uses the latest equipment money could buy to extract his sperm.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have found the Russian version of Louis.
Hey, Carla.
Did you see Carla's comment?
Oh, God.
I'm so fucking done.
Is that why it worked for that one rapper about 10, 20 years ago? What's her name? That was in TLC? Or where she got caught with
I don't know. Somebody needs to get Britney Spears on the phone and ask her.
Or was it Britney Spears? One of the
Britney
So
Spears.
is that why Madonna stays so young looking, even though she's like 97 million years old?
I don't give a damn. I'd still fuck Madonna. Shut up.
That big old dusty cougar.
What are you talking about? A singer? What happened?
Britney Spears was the one that had to get her stomach pumped from that.
What the fuck?
Wait, what? She got her stomach pumped from what?
She was seeing one of the Instinct guys and blew enough people that she had to get the semen pumped out of her stomach.
Oh my fucking God. I am done.
This was years ago.
I'm done. Humanity needs extinction. If you're gonna go that far and that's how you go to the hospital. Oh, Mrs. Spears, what are you here for? Do you have heroin? You take a little too much drugs? Want to pump your stomach? Nah, I blew it out of guy.
Well, it might have been a new way to ingest cocaine.
Carla didn't answer my question. I see her comment. I'm just asking, did it taste like French vanilla?
I'm done.
Hey,
don't ruin
Tyler,
French vanilla for me.
Tyler, if you don't like this, and you're going to love the next line.
Here's my question. Was it salty? Now I'm done.
Pachenko says he feels great after every serving he swallows and has improved the quality of his life.
Well, you know, Tyler, since we got a French, we could just snowball at the same time.
No, I can't even go on the joke right now. I'm just done. I'm done. I can't even be in character right now. I'm done. God. I don't even want to know. I have questions. I have a lot of fucking questions, but I don't even want to ask because I don't even want to know.
Carla says she has not swallowed her own semen. Thank God.
Does he store them in a mayonnaise jar? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know.
Probably.
If she had downed her own. She had
Does he
said
eat them like
I
apple?
look a little younger, so I was asking her if, those taste like French vanilla.
Well, I mean, I know somebody else I could ask. Hey, 420. Does semen taste like French vanilla?
I'm fucking done. I am done. I am
not.
done. I am fucking
I
done.
wouldn't know.
Hey, Tyler, can you ask your chicken real quick?
Here. Fucking hell. I can prop this son of a bitch up right. Okay, here's your new co-host. I'm done.
Oh, shit. Come on.
He's a crumb dumpster for the Fountain of Youth.
Hey, at least it wasn't Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh, shit.
Now I'm really fucking done. Now, don't put evil on my fucking mind right now. That's horrible.
Hey, Mrs. Chick in Clarksville, does Tyler's taste like French vanilla?
What do you mean pumpkin spice?
Oh, yuck!
Hey, you're in season, dude.
That is the most disgusting shit ever invented.
I don't like pumpkin. Now this
After the story you just read about Vladimir Pachinko, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever said.
I can't do pumpkin pie with the exception when it's actually November. I'll eat pumpkin pie.
I can do pumpkin pie, but I need a whole tub of Cool Whip to eat it with.
Right? Any other time of year, it'll make me sick. I don't understand it. I don't
really
know how that works.
Well, what if I get some
give me pumpkin pie all year round?
Well, what if on November 10th I not only bring you some crayons, I bring you some Red Devil's food?
No, not Red Devil. It's got to be red velvet cake.
Red velvet cake.
Red velvet cake. And everyone that's watching, November 10th, red velvet cake.
Or
that's nasty cake there.
Or Crayola crowns.
Pink Crayolas.
But no, every year they Hostess comes out with the little red velvet cakes, and I will buy them before November 10th. So then that way, when I go to work, all the other fellow Marines that are working, I'll hand those out.
Now, all right? Let's go over this a little bit. Every military branch has a tradition. The big one for the Marines is Marine Corps birthday, which is what day, everybody?
November 10th, 1775. Dude, I'll tell you what, it's real simple. The Marine Corps is very proud for their birthday, and we will brag about being the only one born in a fucking bar. The Marines are like,
that is very true.
Absolutely. It's a question you can ask any Marine, and they should be able to answer. If they don't answer, I'm really going to question whether they are or not.
Okay, now what tradition, being born in a bar, what tradition came from that goes with every promotion?
The shark. It's the world's nastiest fucking shot, I swear to God. I swear to God.
My Lord.
I was actually, I have a couple of good friends that are Marines, and I knew them when I was in the service, and I was actually invited to be present when they were promoted for this ceremony. Do you know what it is? And it's a fun fucking ceremony, I'll tell you what. God damn.
I'm sorry, people, but I am not sharing that ceremony. It's a Marine thing. It's a Marine thing. If you haven't been invited, if you haven't been there, it's sorry.
A wetting down.
Shut up.
That's all I'm going to say.
Shut up. Now, here's my thing. If I ever hit the lotto And as much as I really don't care about Philadelphia and everything that's going on,
Yeah.
I would really love to open up, and maybe even if I just opened up a couple of bars from like Pendleton, Lejeune, hell, even do one in Okinawa, but I would literally call it Ton Tavern. And I would make it look like the old 1770s era.
Yeah.
Inside the bar, and I would have the traditional shot and a ceremony area for promotions.
Right.
You can't tell me that bar would not be successful.
Oh, it'd be making money. It really would. Now, military police, U.S. Army military police, we got a promotion tradition too that is very similar to what the Marine Corps does.
I just don't understand the Tabasco in the eyes.
Yeah, I don't get it either. What the fuck?
that one, I don't understand, dude. I seriously think I'm not gonna tell you guys' tradition either. But I swear to God, I think someone was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna be fucking hardcore and stupid too. Put this Tabasco in your eyes."
Yeah.
Fuck why?
Fuck you. But one of the things is
it's
getting
right up Tyler's alley, though. He would do it.
Yes, he would.
For a claw neck bar.
Who said where that bar was going?
You hear that, JD?
No!
On Facebook.
Man, so yeah.
Right
now, I was thinking about this earlier because everybody knows that one of my favorite TV shows from the '90s is Major Dad, which is based on Marine Corps, all of it. They show a version of a wetting down. They show the Marine Corps birthday. One of the things I thought was really cool with the Marine Corps birthday was the cake cutting. That is really fucking cool.
At the ball, they will honor the oldest active Marine and the youngest active Marine.
Yep. And they are the ones that get the first 2 pieces of birthday cake.
Then the commander of that particular post, wherever it may be, has to wait.
Yes. Unless he's the oldest one present.
Which usually isn't the case.
But I mean, I'm telling you, I've seen that, and I'm like, that is so cool how they do it. Now, one of the traditions with military police is every piece of rank you get, it gets pinned on. And there is a special way it gets pinned on.
Oh, I've heard this. Continue.
Yep. Everything is blood rank. My jump wings were blood wings. Still hurts when I think about it, too.
Tickles just a little bit.
I'll tell you what, when I got my jump wings, all right, I had to walk around Fort Benning, and the whole day, them dammits were not allowed to go on the wings. So anybody who had them before me, congratulations, Pratt! Fuck me! Somewhere I still have the shirt. But that one, as painful as that one was, now, they pinned the regimental crest on the Class A's for the military police. We didn't get shit then. But our drill sergeants made us, a week before graduation, we had to march to the PX. And we had to purchase, all of us, one more new white t-shirt and one more new button down.
MP school has drill sergeants.
Yes.
Okay.
And drill instructors.
I know there's some branches that don't have drill instructors. I had them straight through.
We have drill sergeants. Well, when I went through, we had drill sergeant, U.S. Army, and United States Marine Corps drill instructors. We had both.
Yeah, and for civilians, don't ever mix those up. You will get your ass chewed.
Quickly.
That's like mixing
You'll
up
get
Japanese and Chinese.
You'll get a shark attack.
That shit.
You'll get a shark attack.
Now we had that pinned on, but we were not allowed to put the dammits on. We got back to the company. Every drill sergeant, senior drill sergeant, drill instructor, senior drill instructor, sergeant major, captain, lieutenant, fuck you. And you know what? Sergeant Major Barrett was the fucking worst.
And he's the one that got you.
He got me first. I knew you were going to be one of my honor grads. Boom! Oh, fuck! Sergeant Major. Oh, God. And he spun me around, literally from the handshake. Spun me the fuck around, and my hand spun around with me and went right into the hand of Gunny Michelson, who got me next. Fuck off! Sergeant Major Barrett was definitely the worst, but the Gunny was a close fucking second. A real close second.
How deep they go.
When I finally got back to Illinois and had enough guts to pull it out of my body.
How long did it stay in your fucking body?
It hurt so much to touch it by the time I got to the airport. And the airport was in Atlanta. So I went from Anniston, Alabama to Atlanta. And I could not pull it out of my Class A's or change my uniform shirt or my T-shirt or none of it. It hurt so bad. Then I flew from there to St. Louis. And it was in St. Louis that I finally went, fuck, and got it out of there. And I was home.
As he walked inside the USO and said, "Hey, I need one of you motherfuckers yank this bitch out."
Who's got some pliers?
No,
Right.
I walked. Now you got to remember. All right. Well, I think back. Back then, if you were 18 and you walked into the USO, what could you get?
Ass beaten.
And
Ass beaten.
if it was a USO that served alcohol, if you walked into the USO back then, you could get served. I had them line up 3 shots of fucking Jack, took all 3 shots, and then pulled the son of a bitch out. Hey, way to go there, Pride. About time you figured out something. Fucking hurt, sir. But I'm telling you, yeah, I mean, military police was a different animal, and nobody gets that until you start to talk about it, which is why I get along with so many Marines.
Military police, combat engineers, infantry, they're all different animals when you think about it.
Combat engineers want to die in the combat.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
got a death wish.
Oh, yeah.
I bet Wilhite was sitting there waiting to hear, 0300 infantry.
Fuck too. I knew my job. I didn't go open contract. Fuck that stupid shit.
I hate open contract.
Was not about to do it.
Mm-mm.
Charlie Echo, infantry support, baby, M1 Abrams. You know, those
Ooh.
things got a better accuracy at doing 60 miles an hour driving over sand dunes and then the city streets than it does sitting still. Hoorah!
You know what was one of my favorite things? Dude, oh my God. All right. Now, being a military police officer at the same time, military police in the field back when I was in was armed. Had a 1 3-man fire team had more firepower in that truck than a Marine Corps platoon or an Army infantry company.
I call bullshit on me.
I want to hear this
Not on
because
my
I'm about to call
basis.
bullshit too.
I promise you on my basis you didn't have more firepower than our platoon.
Do you have a Mark 19?
Yes.
Okay.
Mark 19, Maw Deuce, and, well, it was the M60 at first, and then it went to the SAW. Were all on board, and each one, combat load, each one had 5,000 rounds of ammunition. Not to mention the claymores, the hand grenades, the M203, the M16s, the sidearms. We were loaded to bear.
You may have been loaded to bear, but you weren't more than our platoon. I promise you that. You must, if you were, there was a fucking base that had some pansy running that shit and wanted it locked up, or they followed some way strict ass rules.
No,
they were going off of basically, what was it I was told? It was infantry combat load and an infantry platoon. All right, combat load on each individual soldier. And then they added it up, and they go, the MP team going out, because we would go out in the field, and when we were out, we had to be out for months at a time by ourselves. It's just the three of us. And we had to be armed all the way to just nuts. The rifle rounds, everything. It was insane. There were times where we were carrying so much we had to take a trailer.
Don't ever tell a Marine out of Pendleton that the three of you had more than a platoon. They will call bullshit. I'll still call bullshit.
Well, I'm telling you what we were told.
Somebody fucking lied to y'all, bro.
Okay.
No launcher platform?
Huh?
No launcher like a Javelin or anything like that? Well, shit, when you were in Javelin, wasn't
no,
it
it wasn't. Yet. But we did have Lars.
Yeah, you'd have a Lars.
We didn't have one.
You didn't have one Lars.
We had more. We had Lars. We had. It was after the bazooka. It was a one-time fire. Oh, fuck. What was that thing?
Oh, it was modeled after the fucking RPG. What was that one? Shit. I know what you're talking about, but that thing was so...
It was a piece of shit, but we had a dozen of them.
Oh, shit. I know what you're talking about. Well, shit. I mean, fucking 88 mics, when we rolled out, what we have? We have one Ma Deuce on top of the truck with 5,000 rounds, and that's it. We'd have like our M16s and those rounds. Shit, we were loaded like, hey, they're going to die anyway. Let them go.
Yeah, we had Ma Deuce. We had the Mark 19. We had 16s. We had crew serve weapons out the ass. And we had every round we could need for them. And, I mean, I'm telling you right now, we were loaded to bear.
Shit, this is something that's weird, too. 88 mics, truck drivers, don't always get, like, the Ma Deuce or the Mark 19. They get only a few to put on certain trucks. So what do? They put a 240 Bravo or a SAW on the trucks in the middle of the convoy.
Yeah, because that's a small crew serve weapon.
Yeah, and they wonder why back during when I was in, they kept wondering, well, why do we keep getting hit with strikes and everything, and the middle trucks always end up getting taken out first? Well, that's because they're not going to fuck with the guy in front with a Mark 19, and you're not going to fuck with the guy in the back with a Ma Deuce 50 caliber. So what are you going to do? You're going to get the guys with the 5.56 rounds they're able to fire.
Well, and that's just it. Back when I was overseas now, when we had to do convoy escort, we were out there doing convoy escort, and we had the big weapons escorting the truck drivers and the tanks and the infantry and everything else. We had to support.
Yeah, when I was in, they always said MPs would support 88 mics. They would be driving escort.
Oh man, I'm telling you what. And there is an old poem. I brought the poem up before, and it brings up the MPs, and it talks about the three, and then at the end of the poem it says, "I am the MP. Don't follow me, because you don't want to be where I'm going to be." And I mean, I took that to heart because honestly, after my career, I learned it was very true. You had to be fucking nuts to be an MP. And here was the thing about it, is not only did we have mission when we were deployed, where everybody else would be able to come back and they didn't have a mission, they got to relax. We came back and we still had a fucking mission to do. Because then we had to
you come back. All right.
Then we had to change gears and go to law enforcement.
Yep. All right, you escort this convoy back. Good. We need to go watch the gate now.
I'm going to tell you what, about everywhere I was in Germany, I got told I would see other guys go out to the gate. I never saw it. Or, no, I take it back. I saw it rarely. And I had to do something to piss somebody off to wind up on the gate because I was a good soldier either way. I'm not going to say I was the best one out there because I certainly am not. I'm not Chesty Puller, man. I'm not Norman Schwarzkopf.
Well, Norman Schwarzkopf was in the Marine Corps driving an Abrams, apparently, according to Wilhite.
But I was a good soldier, and I did my job, and I was loyal to the MP Corps, and I still am loyal to the MP Corps. Because I love what I did. Now, I've seen my MOS redesignated and stripped since I was in.
I think everybody has.
And I'm telling you what, I see that, and it pisses me off. But the fun stuff, like one deployment we landed on our transportation by helo, and while we were on that transportation being provided by the United States Navy Uber service, we had the benefit of doing this little thing called crossing the line. Can you guess what that is?
You crossed the line.
We crossed the equator. Boy, there's a ceremony. What the fuck? It was volunteer only.
So would you technically?
I went through it.
So you're a shellback.
No, I'm a trusty shellback. That was after getting dunked in the tank of truth and wisdom. Oh, God, that stunk. Oh, God.
You got dunked in a shitter?
I think a shitter smells better.
Oh.
Hey! Shitter's full!
But no, I mean, military police, we had our own traditions. I mean, my God. All right. Here was one from Germany. This was one that Top Montgomery did. I don't know if anybody I ever was around did it later, but Top would get the new privates that came into his office, and I'm talking to privates fresh out of training, right?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to 230th, Private. Go do your fucking job. Get out of here. Yes, First Sergeant. You leave. And I mean the whole time, because you're so worried about him. The whole time you're shining boots, you're pressing uniform. You know, this is stuff that Tyler don't know about because he had cheap shit uniforms.
Oh, shut up.
He didn't have the fucking real deal. He didn't have BDUs.
We had ACUs.
Didn't have to shine his fucking boots.
No, but you better make sure your goddamn laces were tucked in or tied around. If not, you fucked.
Fuck you. My laces had to be tucked in and my boots had to be bloused. Fuck off. But I'm telling you right now, Tyler didn't have any of that shit like Wilhite and I did, you know. And I'm telling you right now, that uniform, you better douse that motherfucker with about a gallon of Stay-Flow starch let it dry, and then iron it so it'll stand up on its own with creases, or it ain't good enough. And then them boots, when the inspecting officer was there in guard mount and inspecting you, if he couldn't look down in your boots and just check his high and tight and make sure it looked good, they weren't shiny enough. Didn't matter how you came back in after duty. Before you go on duty, motherfucker, you better look right. The end. So, yeah, polishing boots, pressing uniform, make sure everything looks good. Oh, wait, you got a little bit of brass showing on that pin-on black rank? You better fucking dab that up and get it covered up. That's supposed to be black. It's subdued. Now, you do this for about 2 weeks. Then your buddies in the platoon would come up and they go, hey, man, come on. You know, you've been here for 2 weeks. You ain't seen nothing yet. Come with us. Let's go down to the cantina, or let's go over here. Let's go over there. Let's go to the E Club. Let's get a drink. Man, Top's going to be pissed. Look, it's Saturday. You ain't back on duty until Monday. This ain't boot camp. Come on, let's go get a drink. You'll be okay. And they twist your arm until you finally crack, all right? All right, fine. You go with them. You end up down, like in the case of the 230th, the barracks was in between the German cantina on post and the 230th chow hall.
Uh-huh.
The food in the cantina was a shitload better. Let me tell you that right now. So we go down to the cantina, and there's fucking Top. Now right there, your fucking heart just jumped into your throat because there sits Top.
Cold sweat.
Oh, shit. I'm in deep trouble. Top takes his beer and downs it, slams that motherfucker on the bar, comes walking up, goes, what the fuck did I tell you? Yes, First Sergeant. Well, I got another fucking order for you. Yes, First Sergeant. And he clap you on the shoulder. Go, come over here and have a drink. Welcome to the company. Now, by this point, you have just shit your pants, thinking that you're done. The next thing you know, this fucking guy has got you plowed beyond all recognition, and you can't find the barracks that night to try to get back in when the barracks are literally 40 feet away. I literally, that night, I slept in a fucking snowdrift. In my PTs.
I am so glad.
Because I was hammered.
I am so glad I'm not the only one. My first sergeant got drunk when I got to my unit because he kept pouring shit down my throat.
Oh, no. Top waited 2 weeks just to build you up where you were so wired that you could have heard, and you would have jumped out of your fucking skin. And then made it even worse. You motherfucker, what did I fucking tell you?
I remember the first time I had a drink with my first sergeant. Hey, DeWitt, you're ugly enough. Come over here. Do a cake stand. How do you think that went?
Oh, yeah, I bet. I can see that. I didn't know the National Guard knew how to do a keg stand.
That's why my nose is crooked, because we really don't know, because I dropped on the fucking keg. That's why my nose is so goddamn crooked.
Wall there. I see him holding a part of his I Love Me wall.
Man, I got something that I'm going to make Tyler and Klug a little jealous on.
Oh, yeah? What you got there? What you got there? That's not part of an I Love Me wall.
Oh, that is part of the I Love Me wall.
Don't you see it?
It's Yachty.
I forget she's watching the video on a delay.
That's Yachty.
A ticket from Game 6, I believe. Oh, Game 5 of the 2006 World Series.
That's a homer he hit, isn't it?
That's an autographed Yachty baseball. Of course, that's the picture of Yachty when they won the 2006 World Series.
Right.
The plate. And my favorite part of this is down here is the hologram that makes it authentic.
Nice.
Man, I'm going to miss Yachty. I'm going to miss him.
I love this thing. And you know what the best part is? You know Kat, she doesn't care for baseball.
Oh, yeah.
But there's one player that she picked out when she first moved up here and I was taking her to Cardinal games, and she was like, I like that guy. And Yachty at the time, his rookie year, was batting under 200. Everyone's like, dude, this guy ain't going to be nothing. But he was a great goal. You know, he's a great defender. He manages the pitchers. And then he turned himself into a hitter, and he's had the Hall of Fame career that he's had. So for her to not know baseball and then to pick this guy right here.
Yep.
I'd say she knows what she's doing.
Dude, when Carpenter played, Yachty and Carpenter were a fucking team.
Mm-hmm.
They still are.
Yeah.
So
No.
now I'm going to show you something that's on the way here. I can't show you the final product, but it's on the way here. Okay? Oh, thank you, Becky. We didn't know that Yachty had a nice butt, and I sure didn't check it out.
I'll touch his butt.
You'll touch Yachty's butt? Now, this is something that's being sent to me. Now, obviously, the plaque's going to be a hell of a lot different, but it's being sent to me by one of my old squad leaders as a commemorative deal. That is replicas of the Harper's Ferry pistols. And that is a military police award plaque. And I'm sending him one too. And the one I'm sending him, you know, has his rank when I knew him. Now, he got out as a major. His rank as I knew him, the years I was under his authority, and from your squad and me in particular, thank you for being the best squad leader I ever had, you know, basically. And he's sending me the one to me to commemorate what I did in us getting the J.P. Holland Award in 1999. I'm going to tell you where that thing's going to be. It's going to be right over my shoulder.
Right next to the antelope.
The antelope may move.
Just don't drop it on somebody's head this time.
What?
The antelope may move because that is how important that is. There are a lot of things that you go through in the military, and people don't realize that there are times that are very stressful, and they are very difficult to deal with. They're very difficult to overcome. But there are a fuckload of good times, too. I didn't have butt chicken the first time in Illinois. I had beer butt chicken the first time in Germany.
I get butt chicken every day. I don't know what to talk about.
I don't want to hear it out of you.
God.
We did a lot of shit over there. We worked hard, but man, we fucking played hard too. How many other people out there could say that they got drunk off their ass when they were moved out of their house from their wife at the time and did a baseball slide down a very highly waxed and polished floor right out of a fire escape and landed on their car in the middle of winter and knocked themselves out fucking cold?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that was you.
Oh, I did it. I did it big time.
So that's what's wrong with you.
No, there's a lot more wrong with me. Not a bad debate. But that'll have to be another time, I think. I mean, how many people could say that they snuck alcohol into the field for a field exercise just so they could get drunk in the foxhole? Like, fuck this shit. And did it in Germany winters.
Hey, DeWitt, can I get some of your coffee? No. Why not? It's mine.
Or did it at 29 stumps? Or did it at NTC?
Made a
Really,
shit ton of money selling cigarettes when he didn't even smoke. All the smokers who forgot their goddamn pack in the field.
That was good. How many people got 100% interest on a loan? Tyler,
not yet.
Wait a minute. You never
gotta get a house first.
You never went to NTC?
No. Yeah.
Wait a minute. You never went to the National Training Center?
We went to the National Guard's version of the National Training Center, but it was just Camp Grayling up in Michigan. That was it.
That's not no.
Nope.
So you never did anything for Desert Warfare at all?
Most we did for Desert Warfare was, for me, like I said, Camp Grayling, which isn't an NTC, or what I did in basic. That was it.
See, we had MCT, Marine Combat Training.
You got to remember, key word in my military career was Illinois. That's why I also never got deployed, even though I tried so hard to.
I was going to say, some of them motherfuckers still get deployed.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, just certain ones.
Hang on.
We got a deployment coming up for mine clearing. Oh, I'd love to go. They're always going to have a casualty. That'll be me, but at least I'll die down range. Got to be E5 or above. Motherfucker.
Now, see, yeah, they're a little weird. Of course, I wasn't in with you guys, but I heard from a few. If you manage to get into some of the special training, the NTCs that you guys had, the more of those that you were able to get in, and that's either you were real good friends with a gunnery sergeant or higher,
or you were really good at oral,
and brown nose. But the more of those you got into, the better the chance you got to be deployed.
Yeah.
Damn.
If you didn't, you weren't Illinois Guard, you weren't being deployed.
Which kind of leads me to my question. What kind of a fucking pansy-ass backwards fuck unit were you in?
Well, since he never went to none of those trainings.
1844th out of Beardstown.
They just wouldn't let him. But that also proves that he didn't brown nose or kiss anyone's ass. I'll give you that.
Thanks.
That was another one I got to buy.
Of course I brown nose you every night. And kiss your ass. And yeah, I'll suck your cock. Wait, you are a cock. So?
Tyler brown nosed
right
me
now.
about a month ago.
And he gets to relive it here in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now that actually brings up, I got invited over to do, because once I got to Germany, man, I was qualifying expert at the Army rifle range all the time, And I got invited to go qualify the Marine Corps rifle range, which, fuck you, by the way.
What's the difference?
It's a son of a bitch. That's what it is.
What's the difference?
Fuck you. That thing is a son of a bitch.
What's your furthest qualification for your range shooting?
300 meters.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm talking to dipshit over here.
Well.
Oh, I hit about 300 a couple times.
Add another 200 to it.
Also 500.
Minimum.
Iron sight? Ironside?
Minimum.
Oh, wow.
Dude, and all that gets you is the pizza box. Basic. They literally call it basic.
Yep.
I say for us, the pizza box was up front at 50 to 25. Back about 300, it was a full body, wasn't it, TJ?
It was full body all the way back. Well, it was upper torso all the way back when I did it and pop-ups.
Yeah.
Now, I qualified.
Center mash, right?
That, yep.
Right.
All right. Hit that at 500, and you have to group your shot. And if you're able to do that out of a full magazine and 90% hits it, then you get sharpshooter.
Ooh.
If you max it, then you get expert.
I got sharpshooter.
So did I. I'm not going to brag and say I got expert.
Yeah.
Because dude, you're a fucking pimp if you get expert, man. 500.
See, I did expert on the Army. I did expert on the Army rifle range all the time, no problem. But Marine Corps rifle range, the best I could get was sharpshooter. Now,
doesn't matter what your MOS is.
Yeah.
Every Marine is a basic rifleman. So every Marine has to get the pizza box. You're basic.
Yep. Now,
what was the ranks for riflemen with the Army? It was
marksman, sharpshooter, and expert.
I wasn't expert. I'm not gonna lie. I was probably marksman more than anything.
So you barely qualified. So Marine Corps, that would have been basic.
Actually, with the bigger distance, you might have missed and might not have made it.
Get true.
If you didn't get basic and qualified, they literally booted you out. Guys got sent home.
Now, the Marine Corps rifle range, fuck you. The Marine Corps combat pistol range, that's fucking fun.
That's a lot of fun.
I will do that motherfucker again today. It's fun.
What's that one?
I don't know if my knees would hold up to it.
I don't know if it could. Yeah,
you have your normal pistol shooting range, but then you have your close combat indoor shooting range. And it's just like what they do with SWAT and your ATF. They help train some of those guys. So you literally have to run through, and tight quarters, you have to be able to distinct friend and foe. And I mean, it's pretty nuts, dude. They'll pop off grenades and smoke, and I shot a few targets. I hit them good. It was a kill shot, but it was a wrong kill shot.
And that was one of the, when I got over to Germany and they set me up for SRT, that was why I had to do the Marine Corps pistol, the combat range, because they're like, you need to be able to do this. And we got to run it, man. It was fucking fun, but dude, at the end of the day, I was beat to shit.
Oh, you're wore the fuck out. You know what you did.
Oh, yeah.
You slept like a baby.
And that one I qualified sharpshooter on too. But dude, it was fucking fun. And I'm telling you what, they love to fuck with you when you're running through that. You think you're going to get through there without a smoke grenade? Bullshit. They're probably going to pop a CS on you.
Pugil sticks.
Oh, Pugil sticks. Oh, God. Those were fun,
So
too.
fun.
Dude, I don't know how many times when I was going through basic and just getting fucking hot, sticky, got sand and crevices you don't want it in.
You got sand and crevices you didn't know you had.
I'd purposely lose on the bridge over troubled waters just to fucking take a dip.
Yeah. Yeah, same thing with confidence course with us. Just like you're up there, fuck this, and flip and land.
Look, I know I can make this, but I'm fucking hot.
Yeah.
It sucks. Damn it. You sit there and you slap at the water. You're all upset. Damn it.
Yeah, you got to fake it out good. Of course, when I did that on the confidence course, you know, Gunny Michelson's right there. He's like, bullshit, motherfucker. Get up there and do it again. Do it right.
So
yes, Gunny.
Now, in the Army, of course, you guys got medics. In the Marines, we got Navy corpsmen.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give credit, man. Navy corpsmen, they may be Navy, but they're fucking ballsy and stupid enough to go with us in combat.
They're on the ball.
They're there. Now, when I was going through basic, now I've heard, because Paris Island was co-ed. That was your male and female recruits. All females through the whole country went to Paris Island, no matter where they were.
Right.
I've heard now that San Diego is now co-ed.
I can check it real quick.
So
Really?
that's what I've heard. But at the time when I was in, it wasn't. And since my recruiting state, my substation was here in Springfield. My recruiting station was in St. Louis. So since I was west of the Mississippi, I went out to San Diego. And being out there, you know, they call us Hollywood Marines. Well, there's no females, with the exception of, you know, the dentist office, or if it wasn't the dentist office, which was civilians, the Navy corpsmen. And I'll tell you right now, when we first got introduced to her, she wasn't really much to look at. Now, about 2 months into basic, and you go for 3 months, she started to look like the hottest fucking female I'd ever seen, since I hadn't seen any. And you start miraculously getting sick, you know, you got an injury, just so you get up there, she starts feeling them. Ain't gonna lie. Done one or two.
I actually have it right here that, yes, it is confirmed. Females are at Camp Pendleton now. Or San Diego Recruit Depot.
So they did go co-ed.
Yes, they did.
Lucky fuckers. You know the worst part, dude? Okay, so Paris Island, they got the sand fleas. Little fucking blood mag. I hated them damn things. That was Paris Island. Now, at San Diego, we didn't have those. But there were two things that irritated the fuck out of me out there. It's San Diego, so it rarely rains, but there's no humidity. It does get hot, but hey, I'll take 105-degree temperature out there than I will a upper 80s, low 90 day here, right? Because of humidity. What sucked out there is when you'd get a squall that come off the ocean and it would rain. And dude, San Diego, it literally rains for like 5 minutes. It stops. But then when that sun comes out and it bakes and that temperature's up, holy hell, it is hot as Satan's balls. It sucks. So that was the one thing that really irritated. Then the other thing is if you pissed off your drill instructor, he had the great notion that he would wait. Now, MCRD San Diego.
Right.
San Diego Airport.
Yep.
Literally, dude, they're right there.
Yep.
And he would wait. And when a plane would come in, he would call everyone to stop, and he would give out instructions of what you had to do. And if you didn't do what your instructor told you to do, or you fucked up, dude, they would take you to the pit. They'd IT you. They'd hammer the shit out of you. So all of a sudden, he'd be like, listen up, goddammit, what we're going to do right now. And all you're hearing.
Ooh.
Now go! When the plane's landed, you're like, the fuck did you just say?
Get in the pit!
Just move. Just do something.
And they're ruthless like that. Every basic training has their own little court. Every one of them.
Oh, and by the way, if I'm sure the Army did some goofy shit like this, but if you were in formation and you farted, you had to bury a fart. I'm not kidding. You had to bury a fart. So you'd literally come over, they'd yell at you. And now if it happened to be the guy next to you and he did it, and the drill instructor just happened to hear it, he'd come to that area. And like if the smell moved downwind and it happened to be by you, you're getting yelled at. So you'd use your hand and you would dig a fucking hole. You'd act like you moved it in there, and then you'd bury it. And then of course you'd stand up and you would hum taps because you buried it. If you stepped on a grasshopper or a bug, you would have to bury the bug and give it a military funeral.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, we had to do some of that stupid shit too. The one I will never forget, it was second day. We hadn't really started training yet because we were still waiting to backfill everybody else that was coming in the company, right? But second day, we're all out in formation. Drill Sergeant Minor comes out and he goes, "All right, privates, listen up. Today I'm looking for volunteers for a special detail."
Nope,
okay, my dad told me enough of these stories. I'm like, fuck you. I ain't raising my hand. We need volunteers to operate the M1A1 truck. Boy, yeah, right there. We had a bunch of people raising their hand. Oh, I get to drive a truck?
Not exactly.
The rest of you privates, get up, square away them fucking barracks. The floors ain't shiny enough. Well, we went to lunch, got back, kept doing, barracks maintenance. The rest that came back from the volunteer work ended up in there. Then we had to do barracks rodeo for 2 fucking hours because they were dirty when they got back. And, oh, hell no. That ain't the way that's not how we stand. No, we always look dressed right, dressed. No, fuck you, your barracks rodeo. Son of a bitch. Finally, we get down to personal time, which was about 20 minutes. That's enough time to shower, shave, shit, get in the rack.
Shower, shave.
And my bunkmate, I go, "Hey." He goes, "Yeah, what?" I said, "What was that fucking truck that you got to drive?" And he looks up at me and he goes, "Man, it was a goddamn wheelbarrow."
Team week.
I was like, "So you had to push a fucking wheelbarrow?" He goes, "Yeah, motherfucker, I had to push a goddamn wheelbarrow." I said, "What did you do?" He goes, "We moved a pile of dirt from one side of the compound to the other." I said, "Uh-huh." He goes, "And then they didn't like where it was at, so we had to move it back and then reload it and move it to where they really wanted it at."
Hey, Tyler, you want to know the trick with it?
What's that?
Let's say the mound goes up, has a little flat level part, and then it has another hump.
Uh-huh.
Well, they don't tell you that. When you take that all apart and you dump it at the other end, when they make you take it back, if you don't have it go up, have its little level and a hump, you would have to tear it back down and redo it to what you saw.
Oh, God.
That was it.
And you didn't think anything of it. You were just taking a mound of dirt and moving it.
Right.
Yeah, I had to bury a fart once. I farted, my drill sergeant walked right into it.
Oh, God.
Drill Sergeant Everoha, little guy from Uganda.
Man, I'm surprised you didn't get smoked for that one.
Oh, I did. I fucking got smoked. Little fucking guy from Uganda, built like a goddamn athlete. Comes walking in, we're in formation. He's walking in between us. I had the fart. I clapped my ass cheeks together real good. I'm like, just silence the motherfucker because I'd seen everybody else doing it. Okay, let it go. He walks right in front of me, stops and does this.
Damn, Rock.
And then he goes, because he had a Ugandan accent, "I smell the shitties. You shitties? Very shitties." Yes, Drill Sergeant. Buried my shit. "Now knock up the earth, motherfucker. You're so stupid you can't even produce good children."
Yeah, I've heard that one a couple times.
Oh, yeah. He would purposefully get people to laugh at his accent just to drop him.
Yep. Hey, do you guys remember the first speech, your welcome speech when you got downrange?
I remember my
when you got to your
for the yellow footprints.
So do you remember your welcome speech?
Oh yeah.
I remember mine when I got to the gates of Fort Sill.
We pulled up. Now, when you get there, you go to the USO and you wait for your bus.
Right.
Now, since the airport is right there next to it, it didn't take for long for them to show up. But you're taking this long ride around the airport, and they pull up. You're pulling into the gate. There's your MP standing there. And you're like, oh, shit, it's real time now. And you go on in there, and they pull up. And you see the yellow footprints, and your recruiters told you and warned you about it. And all of a sudden, this drill instructor steps on the bus. Now, he's not our drill instructor. He's not
right
because we had drill instructors for receiving. You would literally be in receiving for 2 to 3 days, and it was to get you compliment, get you there, recognized, things like that. So he gets on there and he walks about halfway down and he leans down to this one recruit. Now, he doesn't start yelling, and he just sits there and he goes, "Did you guys have a good bus ride? Are you well rested? Does anyone have any questions? All right, this is what we're going to do. When I give you the command, my other drill instructors are also going to get on this bus, and we're going to get you off in a nice, calm, quiet, single file line. And you're going to get out there and you're going to stand on those yellow footprints. Those yellow footprints are at a 45-degree angle. You will have your hands by your trouser seams of your pants. If you don't know what that means, that's the line and the fold where your jeans come together. Your thumb is going to run along it. Your fingers are going to be slightly curled, and you're going to wait further instructions. Does everybody understand me? Yeah, uh-huh. This is no sir shit sandwiches. The last words out of your mouth will be yes, sir, or no, sir.
Still that calm, huh?
Do you understand? Yes, sir. All right. Ready? Boom, he grabs it. Get the fuck off my goddamn bus. New instructors come running on. Everyone's jumping up. Guess what? It wasn't calm. It wasn't quiet. It wasn't single file line. And I think half of us tripped, stumbled, and stepped on each other. Yeah. But I will never, ever forget that night.
All right. All right, Tyler, let's hear yours.
All right, so we get to the gate of Fort Sill. We're all on the bus, and we're all nervous.
Fort Sill.
And
nervous. It was Fort fucking Sill.
I know, Fort Chill. Drill sergeants are standing there, and they're just they're staring at the bus. They're just staring at it. And they go walking down the side of the bus. They're peering in, looking. You remember that scene in Jurassic Park where the T-Rex looks in the window and its eyes grow, comes back? Fucking drill sergeant did that to me. Looks right at me.
While you're telling this story, because I think I know where it's going, I have to hit the head.
All right. So finally, after 10, 15 minutes, we're all sitting there. We're like, what do we do? They're going to come on and get us? One guy comes up, goes, all right, on behalf of members of the United States Army, past and present, welcome to Fort Sill. Does anyone have any problems currently at this time? Because they will not be addressed for the rest of your time here. Like, sir, no, sir. We yelled, sir, no, sir. And he goes, we ain't no goddamn crayon eaters. You will address us as drill sergeants. Do I make myself clear? Yes, drill sergeant. All right. In about 10 minutes, we're going to get you off this bus. Well, I'm from goddamn Alabama. I can't count one of shit. Get the fuck off my goddamn bus. And everyone's running. They're screaming, go, get your fucking bags. Everybody's getting off. We're in formation. They're walking around because we actually showed up 10 minutes early. The other group was still going through. And they're just looking at everybody. And one drill sergeant looks at me and goes, man, you are an ugly motherfucker. Yes, drill sergeant. Well, God sure must love you because if you're ugly, you must have a big package down there. And I answered incorrectly. I said, no, drill sergeant. He stops like, well, at least you're fucking honest. Yes, drill sergeant. You're still a dumb motherfucker. Oh, my God.
I'll tell you what, Fort McClellan, Alabama had a lot of things about it. One of the things that you learned at Fort McClellan, Alabama as a military police soldier is that you learn they can never do anything at a decent fucking hour. We got to reception at 0100. Went through our shit in reception, which was mild. I'm telling you right now, reception was fucking mild. So we got through all of that. And then they said, okay, you're going to Delta Company, 795th Military Police Battalion. That's where you are going to be. That's downrange for you. Yes, Drill Sergeant. We're going to load you up at a decent hour tomorrow morning to get you there. Yes, Drill Sergeant. Any questions? No, Drill Sergeant. I should have asked what a decent hour was. But I learned. We are awoken out of the rack at 0030. And we are loaded on this bus. And I happen to be one of the last ones, or one of the first ones that had to stand on the bus. So I'm all the way back at the back of the bus, right? Rucksack, or A-bag on the front of me, rucksack on the back, cinched down, carrying all my TA-50. Well, then they cruise around for what feels like a year. Turns out to be about an hour. 0130, we pull up at the 795th Military Police Battalion, and we're on this fucking bus. I cannot see out of the windows of this damn bus because it is so packed. And I hear this voice after the doors open. Good morning, privates. Good morning, Drill Sergeant. And I hear, that's your freebie. My name is Senior Drill Sergeant Hampton. I am your Senior Drill Sergeant for Delta Company, 795th Military Police Battalion, Fort McClellan, Alabama, and your welcoming agency for Military Police School. The next 16 weeks of your life will be enlightening, educational, and beneficial. We hope you learn something here. Now that the mutual bullshit is over, get the fuck off my bus! I'm thinking, I'm in the back. I'm okay. No, I'm not. The bus starts rocking back and forth, side to side, because every fucking drill sergeant we got is rocking this son of a bitch, screaming, get the fuck off of my bus. All right, I'm still in the back. I'm okay. Nope. Emergency exit comes flying open. Hand comes down on my shoulder. The woman who eventually became my wife, hand came down on her shoulder because we were standing next to each other, and we're both pulled off the back of this son of a bitch. And there's Senior Drill Sergeant Nagel. E7, originally from the Bronx. He had less hair than Wilhite. Move! I have never gotten to my fucking feet so fast in my life and ran like I did that day. We got up to the company. Area, got on our deck, and then it was 3.5 hours of shark attack. Finally, we get up to the barracks, and now that 3.5 hours was dropping personal gear in the coffin. It was back and forth, up, down, roll left, roll right, up, down, push, motherfucker, I'm hot. Get me to someplace cold. Just, Jesus Christ. That was not the worst speech of them all. Finally, at the end of the day, about 10 minutes before taps, we are up, finally assigned our bunks, squaring away the barracks. Drill Sergeant Minor comes up, who I thank to this day because he taught me a lot that kept me alive. Takes the Smokey the Bear hat off and sets it down. Goes, listen up, privates. You listen good. I'm your mother, I'm your father, I'm your boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend, I'm your brother, I'm your sister, I'm your fucking God, and don't you fucking forget it. Yes, drill sergeant, hit the rack. We were out of that fucking rack every morning before Revley to do PT.
Mm-hmm.
When we were done with PT, then we would have to do Revley. Then we would get to go back up to the end of the Bs, shower, change into BDUs, and now training began. But that first day, I was sitting there at the end of that night, and I'm laying in my bunk, and I'm thinking, what the fuck did I just get myself into?
I think everybody's also got that one or two drill sergeants or drill instructors they stayed in touch with through the years, don't they?
I still hear from Sergeant Minor once in a while, yeah.
I got Drill Sergeant Reynolds, who just recently not passed away. Shit, sorry, Drill Sergeant retired, and this guy is the size of a fucking mountain. Like Kluge, you're probably one of the tallest guys I've ever met. This guy is taller. Like if I had to compare, he'd be up to Andre the Giant's nose.
Was his nickname Motherfucker?
No, his nickname was the Mountain because he always talked about how he wanted to choke slam somebody. Then Drill Sergeant Eva Roja, who was the guy from Uganda I still keep in touch with. Drill Sergeant Carter, who was a really nice lady from Alabama, but man, you pissed her off. She fucking
be somewhere else.
Oh, God, yeah. And I had Drill Sergeant Martin, who was a badass guy from Texas at one point. And then Drill Sergeant Farley. Martin deleted his Facebook, but Farley, every once in a while, I see he's always smoking the Cohibas. He's drinking the good shit. I'm sitting there thinking, God damn, what did he do to all of a sudden live the high life? Then I look on his profile. Oh, okay. Ranger. Gotcha.
I'll tell you what. See, I had drill sergeant. My drill sergeants went down like this. Drill Sergeant Minor and Drill Sergeant Agby were in charge of my platoon. Me and Agby did not get along. I have no use for that man. I mean, he was mean when he didn't have to when he didn't have to be. He cut people down when he didn't have to. He was he was exactly what a drill sergeant should not be.
Right. Because every drill sergeant should be able, they cut you down when they need to,
right,
but they're going to build you back up at some point.
Right. Drill Sergeant Minor, I had a lot of respect for. Drill Sergeant Minor was not just military police drill sergeant. He was a Pathfinder.
Oh, shit.
So a lot of what I learned in the field, I learned from him. But then we had for another platoon, we had Drill Sergeant Allison. And I will never forget Drill Sergeant Allison. To my dying day, I will never forget her. Because she was cool as hell. She knew how to settle somebody down to get them to do what they had to do and make it work, but still keep the pressure on. And there's something else that Drill Sergeant Allison did that not a lot of people get to do. For 22 months of Drill Sergeant Allison's career, she was a guard at the tomb of the unknown soldier.
Ooh. That's a big, big post.
She did not talk about it to any of us during training. She never cussed. She adhered to the standards.
Uh-huh.
But when we were done and we had graduated, she took all the questions that any of us had about it and told us about it. And she said it is strict duty and it is a lifelong commitment.
It is a lifelong commitment for guarding the tomb of the unknown soldier.
Yes. Because you have to maintain standards of conduct even after you are done with that tour of duty.
Tyler, it's the only award in the military that can actually be revoked.
Yes.
You get that pinned on your uniform and you have that, they can come back later on and they can take it away.
Because you did not live up to the standards. And she did. Even as a drill sergeant, and she said, as much as I've wanted to cuss some of you privates out, some of you really deserved it.
Yeah, they can't cuss at all.
My standards of conduct specifically prohibit me from doing it.
She could after, once she was off the duty, but some of them just maintain it.
Right.
But if any of them were to have bad conduct or anything after, even though they're away from it and they're no longer,
they can take it away.
They can come and take it away.
There was one other that I will never forget this man till my... Now, Senior Drill Sergeant Nagel, about halfway through our cycle, had to leave, and none of us knew why until we got into the law enforcement training of the cycle, which was like the last 5 weeks. Okay? And it was then that we found out that Senior Drill Sergeant Nagel left because his wife got breast cancer. And he took a leave of absence to be with his wife. Now, he came back in a week before we graduated, and he told us, he said, "Privates, I'm sorry I've been away, but I was not going to miss this graduation because this has been a very fine class." And, last week's cakewalk week, man, that's great. I love the last week.
Oh, yeah.
We all pooled our money together when we found out that first week of law enforcement training. We all pooled our money together and we got him card, flowers. We raised between all of us about $3,000 to help out and make sure that they were going to be comfortable and everything. And I was one of the two that got to present it to him after we went through our graduation, or the day before our graduation ceremony. And we handed this to him. And now, mind you, the day before graduation, we all got to be in civvies. I'm going to tell you what, my first wife could rock a pair of fucking jeans. I learned it then. Wow. She did the BDUs justice, but goddamn. Anyways, we gave this to him. And I mean, we had this big New York Bronx, looked like a bodybuilder, could probably eat barbells, Senior Drill Sergeant, burst out in tears because he was so appreciative of us doing that. We all still hear from him. Even if it's, I'm checking in on you to make sure you're doing okay. And we're the only class that ever got that out of him. Senior Drill Sergeant Hampton, who was there when we started, he actually completed his time on the trail, and he went to be a platoon sergeant from our company. Then there was that motherfucker Pinson. And this is going to be the last one I tell about boot camp, because this one actually gets my blood boiling every time I think about it. We were in law enforcement training. Now, Pinson was an ass. Everybody hated Pinson. I was polishing my boots. I was out on the troop walk, and I was polishing my boots. And I had started seeing the woman who became my first wife at this point. And she came up, she tapped me on the shoulder, and she goes, "You got a minute?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got a minute for you. What's going on? What do you got?" She goes, "I need to talk to you in the laundry room." Okay, I mean, we can't do anything like that here. She goes, "Not like that. Come on, I need to talk to you. It's important." So we go back in the laundry room. And She goes, look, I need to tell you about why another female in our company who had been great all the way through, but was breaking down all of a sudden, had started having problems. I said, okay, open your mouth. Tell me what's going on. Now, at this point, I was student platoon leader, and she proceeds to tell me about it.
I'm going to take my glasses off for this one so I think I know where it's going.
And I said, go get her. She goes and gets this soldier, brings her into the laundry room with me. I looked at this soldier and I said, okay, now you need to tell me yourself. Everything. All of it. She goes down the whole list again. I said, okay, you two on my 6. Let's go. I go over to the platoon sergeant's office now, or to the drill sergeant's office. Do you ever go knock on a drill sergeant's office for any reason?
No.
I did.
You go unless it's an emergency.
So I get to my drill sergeant's office. We went up the stairs and went to his office, and I knocked on the door. Drill Sergeant Miner came out, and he goes, "This better be fucking good." I said, "Drill Sergeant, you need to hear this." I apologize for interrupting whatever you're working on. I know it's highly important, but Drill Sergeant, you absolutely need to hear this. Walked her into the office, and he looks at me and he goes, "Private Z, I know you don't fuck around. So if you're telling me this is important, this is important." And I said, "Yes, Drill Sergeant, it is." He goes, "What's going on?" And I said, "Drill Sergeant, I have reasonable suspicion to believe at this time that we have female privates that have been assaulted by Drill Sergeant Petson." He goes, "In what way?" And I said, "In a sexual manner, Drill Sergeant." He goes, "All right, you stand over there. You're in here. You wait." Looked at the first one, and he says, "Go." Happened to be the woman that happened to be my, later on my fiance. And later on my wife. She says, "This is what I know." Gets through that, looks at one of the victims and says, "Go." She's breaking down in tears while telling my drill sergeant all this. Drill Sergeant Miner looks at me and he says, "Follow me." "Yes, Drill Sergeant." We immediately go down to the armory. He says, "Give him your card, your weapons card." So I hand it over. And I'm thinking my M16. He goes, "Wrong one. Get the sidearm." So they traded out and I got my 9mm card. Issued me my 9mm. Now I'm thinking I'm not going to have anything. And he stops. He goes, "Wait a minute." And they look. "What's wrong, Drill Sergeant?" "Law enforcement load. Give him ammunition."
Yeah.
So I had to load up the weapon, chamber around, put it on my belt. We go back upstairs. He says, "It's a little early for you, but here." And he hands me a brassard, and I had to put it on. Because at that point, and he goes, "You are now under arms. Put your cover on." And I had to do the paperwork, get the sworn statements filled out, do the MP report. And he goes, "All right, come on out to the vehicle." We went out. We got in the cut B. We went across post. And I was the one to put that motherfucker in handcuffs and took him down to this PMO.
It's not unheard of. It happens.
And it's not. Unfortunately, it's not. But this was one of them cases that it was an outside incident for our company. Because our company, by the time we graduated, but when we got there, the whole group was a bunch of hodgepodge individuals. By the time we graduated, we were a tight-knit unit. And in 16 short weeks, we became like family. And we backed each other. And if one of us ended up in the pit, you could guarantee there were 5 of us down there with them. Because nobody did shit alone. We were there. And that is one of the things that I give the military police corps as a whole. at least back when I was in it, that was key. That was paramount. It had to be done. And with that being said, and we've had a positive end, we've had a lot of reminiscing, and we've got one more thing to do.
Are we gonna fuck chickens now?
Really? Fuck it.
Tonight, you.
Dude,
I like how it does a slow squawk.
A little more of a serious note show tonight. Klug, what's your final thoughts?
He left.
Yes, so. 420, what's your final thoughts?
Well, it was interesting hearing these stories from you guys. Yeah, I'll be French and Tyler soon. That's my final.
Sorry, I
thought.
thought I heard somebody at my door.
What's your final thoughts, Klug?
Well, Tyler might have a new girlfriend soon, or two of them, depending on how much money he's willing to spend for him over there at Shields.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I'm going to cheat on you. I mean, I'm polychicorous.
Polychicorous?
Okay, now I'm offended by that.
Klug, have I never seen or paid attention to it before? Or do you have strobes going on in your house?
It's from my ceiling fan.
Okay.
That and Amanda's got the TV on, and she's always watching Cops.
Bad boys!
Tyler.
It's still a cop show.
Tyler.
Final thought.
What's your chicken's final thoughts?
Okay, hang on. Let me ask her. What's your final thoughts? I know I have a tiny penis, but the only reason you came home with me is because it doesn't hurt you. Though. Shut up.
Tyler, did you just gender that chicken?
You want Will Height's penis?
There's been a running trend of that lately.
You want everyone's penis but mine, don't you? Fuck off. God, you chicken.
All right, Tyler, what are your final thoughts?
Final thoughts. If you ever go into the military and a drill sergeant ever says, God, you're one ugly motherfucker, you respond, yes, drill sergeant. And they respond back, well, God must love you because you must have a big penis. Answer truthfully now, because it'll save you a lot of heartache in the end. I look every day in the mirror, and it just looks like a mole. But you're never too big when you're around a chicken.
Yeah, I'm never going to find that one out.
Oh, I'll show you.
Right, final thoughts.
I can't stand our damn governor. I can't stand Chicago. So this is what we're going to do, folks. You can write my name in for governor of Illinois for this year in November. That still gives me 2 years to clean up this state before I run for president and clean up the damn country. All politicians can kiss my ass. They need to be fired. We need to start over. Why not choose me? You can't do any worse. I can't do any worse. And I'm going to ghetto-fy this bitch. All right,
God bless
Butter and Skitty. Hell yeah, I haven't had butter and skitty in forever. I know it was a little bit more of a serious show towards the end. We got into some fun stories, though.
I got an interesting topic for us next time, people. I promise you're going to love it. If you love the thickness.
And tune in next.
I love thickness.
And tune in next time where Tyler discovers the meaning of the secret of life and tries to share it with everybody. But newsflash, they ain't going to believe me because I'm a fucking idiot.
This is the Friday night edition of Mayhem Unleashed. I hope everybody had a good time tonight. I know we got a little serious. Thank you for sticking with us if you did. And we'll see you Wednesday night right here. Good night.